How's it going? I forgot how long this song is. Dang. How's everyone doing here? Nice. I'm also traveling technically right now, so away from where I'm usually at, so before we start this, because it's going to be the final day of trial, few things. One, Kay will unfortunately not be able to join us today, so it's going to be all me doing a bad French accent and Brooklyn accent, right? So that's going to be a lot of fun for me. I'm still trying to get this mic in a good place. Ugh. But two, I came across something, and it is kind of awesome, and I want to just show it off because it is legitimately awesome. So let me turn down this a little bit. But for some reason, Google recommended this to me, and I'm glad they did, because I found out that apparently you can make your own Lego ideas, right? This person, Awful Waffle down here, he's been making his own custom Ace Attorney set. So like custom characters, custom minifigs, all of that stuff. All the little accessories and stuff. just make it a whole set. He even has like a little like custom description for it. And it's genuinely insane. And also you can see all the research I've been doing for something. But like he has a whole description for everything and all that stuff. But it's insanely well done. The concept is so insanely well done, and it's super impressive. And apparently if you get 10K, they will start considering to make an actual set. So yeah. Yeah, there's, oh god. There's Phoenix and Maya. It's genuinely incredible. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw this in the chat and you guys just spam it anywhere, right? You guys just spam it anywhere that you can post it. Just spam it anywhere you can post it because it is just amazing. So that's the biggest thing. And yeah. That's the if we get 10K, then Capcom may release an Ace Attorney set. Because this was just created like 3 days ago and it already has 1,500 its signups. Which is kind of crazy. I was looking at other ones and like it took, there's like a Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated one, and it finally reached 10K after like a whole year. So what's your opinion on the new voice signs? Look, are the old ones iconic? Yes. Did the guy deserve to get them removed for the stuff he's done? Also, yes. Do I like the new voice guy? I like him. So, I think it's a good change. Because there's a lot of controversies people can get into. I've never seen one where you legitimately just did a business scam is the reason you're getting offloaded, and a lot of other stuff. But like creating a game studio and then using said game studio scam, that's a unique thing, especially for the freaking lawyer character. So yeah. Yeah, mishandling communications, payments, and power dynamics, and all, and like scamming people paychecks. Yeah, I don't think that. I feel like I too, if I was Capcom, would just want to find a way to get rid of him. But anyway, we got a recipe for Turnabout to get to. I'm gonna let Edris' thing finish up, even though Edris is nowhere to be seen in this case. Final day of trial. Let me see how much I remember from being this. Hey, look, it's today. It's January 8th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 1. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Maggie. The seed guy was yesterday, so unfortunately you won't be seeing seed guy. Little old seedy today. Oh, right, let me... Fuck. I knew I was missing something. Let's throw in this music. So what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go well and ended on a giant mystery. That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. What's the coolest car? I can't tell you. I think the second car is just pretty awesome. Wait, hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, I'm back. Talk about dentist stuff. Why don't I believe you? Is it your time, Maggie? You better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Hey, pal. Sorry, the quickly text people. Gumshoe, you doing well? That's great. All right. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. How you doing, my guy? How you doing, big dog? Quit stressing me out. You don't need that. I'm turning you into seed, man. Oh my god. Look, I already got. It has nothing to do with molars, all right? How do you know she was stressed? I was watching through the door. Gumshoe, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that, Gumshoe. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a little bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this will help. Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too? Holy jeez. Not a million years, pal. Don't tell me you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. This is a small bottle that turned up in Trespian's kitchen a couple days ago. Wow, look, all these little bottles. Oh, yeah, they're aromatherapy bottles. It's amazing over the floor. Hey, wait a minute. There's one about two different others. Well, we get that particular, it doesn't smell. Oh, wow. We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication. Medication? Yeah, for years. Topical use only, apparently. For years? You mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elk was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elk's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Secret ingredient. Huh? Small bottle refiled into the court record. Cool. What about unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle.
I mean, this is Superman's entire ethos for forever, right?
What?
Like, if you have the power to save someone and...
What was that? What was that going off? Anyway. Another hour they might have gotten something on the prints, but... that's going to weaken the impact of this piece of evidence. Oh, man. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today. I got it. Damn, that's a terminology I didn't expect Gumshoe to be using. Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Well, technically, the previous court wasn't. January 8th, 10 a.m., District Court number 4. Court is now in session for the trial Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good, then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim the cup shows the victim drank from its right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made it effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? It's almost like this isn't the truth. There's the theme. There's the thing. I've been waiting for it. Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world you see keeps turning. We must turn with it. What the fuck are you saying, Godot? Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Yum, 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 yum. I love coffee. Only losers think like that. You got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. That is a good rule. That is a very good rule. You gotta change with the times. Are you implying that you resolved these contradictions? You know the answers? You know the answers to these riddles? What the whalesy? The old guy wasn't just throwing seeds in there. He's throwing us off the scent. Oh, God. And today, I'll prove it. I'll prove it without a reasonable doubt. Trust me. I'm not gonna, like, bring out a mirror or anything. Like, oh, that's gonna be a wacky scenario. Let the first witness take the stand. God damn it. Alright. Alright. And you are? I don't even want to try. I don't even want to try with this. Oh, God. Oh, bonjour, everyone. I am Gene Armstrong. I'm Gene Armstrong, the The owner and head chef of Très Bien Restaurant Enchanté. Forgive me for asking, witness. Why is this? I don't understand why this has been a thing for this case. Oh my god. Just because he has makeup, come on. And is a little fruity, come on. Oh, la la, monsieur. As you can tell, I'm the perky gentleman. Well, I'm gonna need a beer after this. Holy. On the daily instance, you were in Très Bien's kitchen. Isn't that right? Was you, monsieur? This is the second witness Godot's been flirting with. Holy crap. Everything feels right. This is like third cup of coffee already. Well, he's totally unfazed. Does anything intimidate this guy? I can't do that French accent. Very well, your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened on the day of Très Bien. Oui, volontiers. Oui, volontiers. I don't know about me, a pizzeria. Oh my god, that's Italian. When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decos that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oui, perhaps it's what the old man was looking at. The cup, the earpiece, the glasses, everything would be seen, everything in reverse, you know? Yeah, I'm not even trying with a French accent. I am not doing that. We own grand mirror. I'm the most enormous mirror. That's some good coffee. And suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That will explain the coffee cup and the eardrum conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Woo-wee! I am not excited for the Russo brothers, the Rosés. At Très Bien. When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in the restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art deco at the time. You're experimenting with art deco? How come I never heard of this before today? You're not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur? Monsieur? Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong? This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some decorature? I thought he was going to say something smart. No, Art Deco has a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design, walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Ah, yes, of course, that deco. I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of the decor. Like having a large mirror between the tables. Yeah. How big of the mirror are we talking here? How big? Is it like country mile size, or is it like 2 elephant size? Both before mirrors of 2 mirror eye. Let's see, 1 mirror. Holy glass in a frame that is. Holy glass in a frame, that's huge. I was trying to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. Well, no, I decided not to go there with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him? Yeah, ask him tomorrow. There's a big-ass mirror for no reason. If you really had such a large mirror at a restaurant, someone would have noticed. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie's testimony. You didn't ask, right? You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. Well, I can ask again. What? A mirror was delivered to Trebian the day before the incident. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And it turns out he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This doesn't just add up. Even a mirror was delivered to Trebian, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. Ha! If you want to doubt someone, try look in a mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday has seen the mirror and reflected in the mirror. Yeah. We perhaps have something they were looking at. Everything would be reverse. I feel like there's some... I'm trying to remember. There's something that wasn't reversed. That I think I could present immediately. Because if everything was reversed, then that would be on the right. Let me just press him. It's been a while since I beat this case by myself, so... Everything he would have seen, everything reverse. Hey Nick! We should take a second look at that old CD, what old CD said in testimony. How did he phrase it again? So he was listening with right ear. Oh, I think I remember. I remember. Hey, no backseat. I was literally just gonna present that. No backseating. I played these games before. No backseating, alright? It was annoying enough when I was playing Silk Song. No backseating. Objection! I was just making sure, alright? Damn. The cough count, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back to Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? There's your old CD view for the guy who was wanting. Awesome. Cool. That's exactly how it went. Oh, hey, Kay. Kay, you want to join us? Are you busy? You told me you were busy yesterday. So to summarize, we were told both that the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all of that as a reflection in the mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactamente. You see, Monsieur? That's how you think whatever it is. That's all I on. Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in the mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Yes, sir. Order, Mr. Wright is correct. If the victim was then we will expect to see the victim's eyepiece on his right side. I don't know why I'm doing this voice. How bitter. Right? You should have a taste of the bitter, so calm you down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witnesses thinks. How he thinks? You remember this, I presume? I broke the vase. I'm sorry. Apology. Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony. Yes. Exactly. The old man has a grievous habit other than throwing seeds. The more of a pressure something makes, the more muddied his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elk? Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece. Oh, wow. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man.
I got the earpiece with the new Vegas speckle. Oh, right, there we go on his left ear. Don't you hear his left ear?
Well, Trite. That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever. It's almost like it's the same guy saying it. What the heck? Oh, I really thought he was old seedy for a minute there. Godot is good. Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony. Bad luck, Nick, but looks like the boy of a contradiction you found was just rash. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seas, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court we're all ears. I can explain everything. Please, if you will look at the plans at the restaurant. The mirror. Hello, is everyone sitting comfortably? No. The mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant. There was only one seat in which he could have imaged the victim. That was the seat at the table next to the victim, where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it's not in the way. Yeah, that is an easy contradiction. But naturally, I did not touch anything else. Though I can't remember if I need to press something. I feel like I need to press something and be like, oh yeah, you didn't touch anything? Well, why is this vase still not broken, huh? Don't worry about it. We can keep up. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again. I hate that guy. So does he. He hates you too. Don't worry about it. You say you didn't touch anything apart of the mirror. Are you quite sure about that? That's exactly the question I was going to ask. Well, yeah, of course. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. I've played these games before. You gotta make sure you press it first. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Are you sure? I touched nothing except the mirror. Yeah. Mr. Wright, is there something with the witness? Yeah, there is. I can't. Okay. Suffering from a case of heartburn, right? We have just the thing for that. It's the same fucking bottle. Add a few drops into your coffee and voila. Enjoy. Focus, Phoenix. Breathe. I just ignored these two to find some evidence. It's pretty strange, though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a very large mirror. You think that would have, but Maggie didn't, and neither did old Seedy. Then the only logical explanation is there was no mirror inside Trebien that day. Now I just gotta prove it somehow. So I did not touch anything. I feel this is one of the things where it's like it's probably the crime photo because it shows. There we go. I played these games fucking before. This piece of evidence contradicts the testimony we just heard, Your Honor. The crime photo? Really? Really? Phoenix must smell like ass after a trial is done because of how much he sweat. I mean, look at his freaking suit. His suit is going to be. They need to turn that AC up, man. Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean, Mr. Wright? Should not exist? How do you describe yourself? Damn. Why you hate me, Godot? I mean, I know why you hate me, but why you hate me, Godot? Come on. Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. What shouldn't exist in this photo? Wow, the fucking, yeah. I think it's pretty obvious that this is not what's supposed to be. The vase? What possible connection could I have to the witness's testimony? Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should not be a vase on this table. Because it very clearly contradicts this evidence. I broke the vase by the rabbit. There's one thing that was clearly demonstrated by the yesterday's testimony. Victor Kudo broke the vase that he was sitting, that was on the table where he was sitting, and yet, as the court can see, there's an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at that table next to the victim at all.
Objection.
Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Nah, you're stupid, you know. There's only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Trebien that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Mon Dieu!
Objection.
You know, I respect you playing Balatro and watching streams at the exact same time. That just sounds like peak life, honestly. Don't try to confiscate the corpse, right? Always a witness cleaned up the vase, which is where the police were taking the time getting to the crime scene. No, they fucking did. He just said that he didn't touch shit. Unfortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary in his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Hey, what are you gonna do? Hey, oh, I'm gonna chug my coffee because I'm a stinky poo-poo bub. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? Well, I had a mirror though. Wow, shut up. That's right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear in which he couldn't hear? You're only getting one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Trite, then the problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw? If you can answer this, then it'll be much closer to the truth. I can feel it. Does Balatro even use Wi-Fi now? I don't know. Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick? There's more than just one contradiction, Maya. What do you mean? Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing in his case is adding up. Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. The victim was a phone. Oh, yeah. Mr. Kudo made a mistake. The ear doctor made a mistake. I believe we're looking at this the wrong way. It was actually the doctor's mistake. What? Yes, the doctor got the whole wrong ear. Say the left eardrum was ruptured and the medicine was in it. I'm beginning to wonder if this not the eardrum that's not if it's not your eardrum that's ruptured, Mr. Wright. This is no time for me playing with being protected. God dang it! Your Honor, bring out the ear doctor. Bring out the ear doctor. Come on. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was the one that made a mistake. I just really want to bring out the ear doctor, Mr. Hearsay. Hi, my name is Mr. Hearsay. I'm the ear doctor. What? I killed the guy? Yes, I did. Victor was a phony. Fuck you. This case is riddled with contradictions, yet there is only one very simple answer that clears them all up. And what's that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. What? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elk at all. It It was an imposter among us. A phony pretended to be Mr. Elk. Bro, guys, everyone vote for this man. Eject him. Is the stream lagging? Is it lagging for everyone? Let me see if I can mess some things around real quick. It's also like storming outside, so maybe my streaming connection is not great. Oh yeah, it is like a bit laggy. It's probably because I'm in a different like setup. Oh god, we're dropping frames? Oh god. This is a... I'm trying to see how I can fix it right now. But I'm not sure. I'm not used to this. Hold on. Maybe I can close this out. The other thing is we can just make sure we just brute force our way through this, and I'll try my best to figure this out in the future. That may be the way to do it, because low-key, I have no idea how to fix it. Oh god, MC fucking Bomber, that's the issue. God damn it. Alright, we're going to just brute force our way and hope that it gets better. Obviously, unlike the victim, there's nothing fucking... There's exactly an earpiece left here by mistake. Blah! Took you long enough to react. Order in the court. Settle down. I'll clear the courtroom. Quiet, Gramps. Don't you hear? Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What do you say? I just have you know I'm going to fucking murder you. I'm going to cash a case myself. I'm going to grab this gavel and start slamming your head in, Mr. Godot. You don't want to fucking mess with me. Try it. Are you saying that Mr. Kuda saw was a setup? Yes. So I'm pretending to be Mr. Glenn Elk and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection.
Get real, Try. Why would anyone do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was... Oh, just I was there right there, and I remember well. You know what? I think it's just him being so used to coffee at this point. Like, he just has a tolerance to caffeine. I don't know why. I don't know any other reason why. I always wanted to try and drink 17 cups of coffee. And then I realized that is going to set me back like 3 or 5 years of my life. And I don't think... I do a lot of things with a bit. I'm not sure if I'm willing to take 3 to 5 years off my life to drink 17 cups of coffee for the bit of doing an Ace Attorney reference. There was one to show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee.
Objection.
Are you insinuating that the waitress is the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers at the restaurant at the time, but it's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening. That's right. Well, what this? If your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Ooh la la. This is the most difficult for me. Shut the fuck up. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Trebia that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tells the whole truth about what happened. Hello, Saul Goodman Gaming. Glad you're back. The defense request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day. Oh, in the restaurant. La victim, Monsieur L, came to the restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not too long after him. There were no other customers. When he got where he won the lottery, Mon L became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later. The poison happened. Incident occurred. No, there was no time for Fody to do the acting. Just so we're clear, there's no beer in the restaurant after all. Just for the bit important for you, mean commitment. I lied because I wanted it best to be cleared very quickly. Well, what you have done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. Perjury. I will decide how to punish you later. For now, we will hear your cross-examination. You took that perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Alright. How much do I want to press on you? The victim came to the restaurant alone. Are you sure? Was he alone at the table as well? Mas, I saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears that there was another man at the victim's table. Unfortunately for you, Trait. Yesterday, witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me. How does that remind you of anything? Of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. Not everything's coffee related. Is that coffee? Why do you love shipping people? You really do love shipping me with everyone. Oh no! Perjury! What am I gonna do? Get charged for lying? Oh! Well, guess I'll lie again. I remember old man around. There were no other customers. I don't care. When he got word of the lottery, it was approximately 5 minutes later. You see, I'm not. I'm again. This is one of those things where it's like I know the contradiction. I don't know what to submit and where to submit it. I'm just trying to remember. No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, "Yes, I have $1,000,000! Oh, I'm familiar buckaroos!" Presumably the defendant heard that too. Then, of course, Maggie. She looked like a poor little frightened dove. And what about Mr. Kudo? The old man choked on some bird seed that got stuck in his throat. That's Ugh, Mr. Seedy. God, I hate that guy. At least Gene is just like innocent with all of it. The C guy is just annoying. It seems we now have another incident on our hands. It was approximately 5 minutes later when the poisoning occurred. And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had time to kill. Good phrasing. I'm a multi-talented woman, monsieur. Sorry, what do you mean? There is a romance there, the tragic poet. Clarice? We always write a poem, an angry little chef in $500,000 of debt, cooking for a man who won $500,000 in lottery. It was called Pourquoi. Pourquoi? It means why. Perhaps I could recite it for the court? Please don't. So it occurred 5 minutes after it, but obviously it was 1:30 to 2:30. Because I think it's something to do with this, but that's not being clearly established. That he died at 2:30. By old man, you mean Mr. Kudo, correct? He comes often for my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, Monsieur. You're welcome anytime. I said it was worth one sip and nothing more. So Mr. Kudo arrived at a restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival more in detail. What time was it? Out of curiosity about what time it was when Mr. Kudo arrived. No, I can't remember, Monsieur. I believe we were told by the witness yesterday. The crime was reported at 2:25. Happened about 20 minutes after I arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10, no? Just 2, huh? There we go. So now I can probably present here, now that it's been established. There we go. Let's go. I'm too smart. Armstrong's the fifth phase sister? I totally agree. Look at him. At the time of the questioning, the victim was listening to a radio on his earpiece. The show happened to be Millionaire Radio. Each weekday announced the winning numbers of $500,000 lottery tickets. That must be the show Mon Elk was listening to. I can't see any problems with this testimony, Mr. Wright. I wonder, though. Huh? You say that the victim arrived to the restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know the time because I had just finished serving the lunch menu. Get to the point, right, if you have one, you stupid bitch. I don't care. You have nothing going on in that brain. I hate you. That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on air at 1:30? Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show was already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that time. Let's go. Let's get that music in. Hold on. The victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible, time travel. listening to radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that's already over. There's only one conclusion that I can draw from these facts. He's a time traveler. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. He traveled back and forth through time. This is exactly why. This victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elks in Trebian that day. The real Glen Elk, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glen Elk acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. It certainly does seem that way. I mean, if that weren't the case, how could you explain this time discrepancy? Oh, I can tell you, quite a performance trend. You were always on a roll. But sadly, you lack the horror foundation of the rhythm to build your song. What are you, clavier? You're not to be talking about rock and music yet. We haven't gotten to that case yet. All right. What do you even know about music? What, you played a saxophone? What, you have an album cover and stuff? What do you mean? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's just now after 2 p.m. The phony elk is performing a play to the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elk is? I don't believe I have to spell it out to the court. However, at the time, the real Glen Elk was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony, there was only one customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elk, so you say, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? Ah, nar! Nar! The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. Look, Glen Elk was just there, honestly. He was just there. Like, they just grabbed a couple puppet strings and started, like, dancing him around stage, you know? That's what he did. If your theory is to stand to the examination court, you must provide us with proof. Where did the killer hide the body? Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, Trite. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence? What's with the intense pressure all of a sudden? I thought I had him with a contradiction. But he turned it all around and backed me in a corner instead. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where did the body of the real Mr. L concealed? Inside Trebian. He's not going to be rotting outside like some Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden inside the Trebian. Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you will take care to look at the plans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Wow, kitchen. The body was hidden here. I see. Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where is the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location? It's my badge. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? No. I've never seen that ugly bottle in my life. I only use the best bottles, monsieur. The highest of quality. I feel like you just have that same bottle just up your ass. You just pulled it out constantly. I feel that's the same bottle 15 bajillion times. Where was this bottle found, Mr. Wright? Interesting enough, Your Honor. It was found in the kitchen of Trebian. Quoi? But I only use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils. That's true. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elk visited a clinic when given medication that day. Auto lane, no logic. Ear clinic. Just say ear clinic. Damn. You can't be serious. The defense had the contents of the bottles analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of this bottle matched the prescription that was given to Mr. L. Glen Oak's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, and at the time, the bottle fell out of the victim's pockets. Mr. Armstrong, when did the incident occur? Did you say you were in the kitchen? Mon Dieu. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Say, it was you who hit the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird, however. You were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. No! No, how could I do this? I just What is, did you murder Mr. Glen Oak? Never! I could never do such a horrible thing. No! Why are you crashing out? No. The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, like, down a mug of coffee. You'll be downing a lot of mugs of coffee because this guy just lied to you like 5 times already. You're probably on cup 9 already. That's one of my rules. Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? Then I'd like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I love waterboarding him in a bunch of coffee, particularly Starbucks, because that shit is expensive and tastes like shit. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my definite friend? Damn, you're just you just hate French people now. Just want to be holy, please bleep me out. I just try to let me. I've been por favor. Now you're gonna say, yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. I'm only gonna ask you once. Do you do it? No, 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 no. Absolutely no. And are you sure? Let's hear it. You've got one shot. A big shot, if you would say. Right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you a chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. And does my gavel. It is clear. What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this. He's right behind me, isn't he? Very well, begin the final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. And then we're locking your ass up. The confession. It is true, I hid the bottom in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with his plan because there was no reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear you must believe me. You were forced? By who? I cannot say. I will be erased. Let's try a different question then. When Mr. Elk died, was he really the only person at his table? There was... Oh, wow. Another man. Man, I wonder who this could possibly be. Oh, I think it's just me. I think I just killed him. I have that same spiky hair. I knew it. I was telling the truth. May cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. This is such an elaborate gaslighting. They just had such an elaborate way of gaslighting everyone. There's just one more thing I need to do. I've got to break this guy and tell him the real name of the killer. Alright, I think we just press everything. I mean, it's a short test, but I hid the body in the kitchen. Did you carry the body by yourself? I carried him, and I carried Maggie too. Maggie too? When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave her there. But why do you hide the bodies? Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Man forced me to do it. I had no choice. Bah. What man? Who was he? No, I cannot say. I fear for my life. He's really scared. You just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick. Yeah, you're right. If he will tell me, I will. So, I'm gonna just assume I present him based on that statement. Objection! Yep. Let's end this dance of ring around the rosy, Mr. Armstrong. This man you've been referring to? Who's that? I feel I've seen him before. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a month ago in this very courtroom. This man is Furio Tigre. He's the manager of a loan office called Tender Lender. Ugh. There's no point of trying to hide the truth anymore, Mr. Armstrong. I know you couldn't go against me alone. 500,000 buckaroos from the black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, didn't you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. It is as you say. Mr. Armstrong? The Tigre, he told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day of question, he met the victim and demanded that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. That looks like someone poisoned by cyanide, I will say. He looks dead. I carry the body of the inconscient get off the stand. I don't want to keep saying your lines. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre. I want to go to a Caribbean restaurant. I mentioned this in the first day. I don't know a single French restaurant in my area. There's probably some. I don't know a single one. You don't really think of French food a lot of the times. I want to try and make it to a Twin T set and see how the fuck did Armstrong fuck it up. I do have a further question for you. The poison and the lottery ticket were found in the Fed's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well? No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. It was despicable. Mr. Cadeau. You will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue to... No. I don't want to stream again. 30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I see to it myself. I need half an hour to get this guy on the stand. Not a minute more. Howda? Don't sit back and relax yet, trite. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Godot is such a complicated character. You'd think, like, he's trying to get the, like, it's like he's trying to get the victory in the most just way. Probably because, oh wow, spoiler alert, spoilers if you haven't played the rest of Trials and Tribulations. Wow, he was a defense attorney. Wowza. Why am I censoring French? Why am I censoring the word French? I don't have a soundboard on me, so I can't censor shit, so. But, like, he is a very, like, productive prosecutor in the sense of, like, he's using his power to, like, oh, let's get this guy on the stand. I don't care. I'm just that much of a badass. But under his own motivation to, like, bring Phoenix down a peg, he doesn't really do a great of a job, honestly. He's mostly just feeding into it. Once again, he's not a prosecutor. He's a defense attorney. by heart. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for 30-minute recess. All right. Let me give myself 30 to refill on some drinks real quick. Because I'm talking a lot and this is going to be the final testimony, so. What is water in French? Well, no, there's not an investigation. We're just bringing Tigre to court. Yeah, we're just bringing Tigre to court. But right now, I need to grab some water. So, give me a sec, man. I need to keep myself hydrated for this final testimony. Let me just throw on the music. Bruh, it's pouring like crazy outside. Oh my gosh. That's probably why it's lagging. What do people say water is? It's... I'm grabbing... There you go. Alright. I got me some liquids to make sure I am hydrated. I'm gonna let Athena's theme finish. Hey, good seeing you here, Green Shell. I know we didn't get much of Seed Guy. I know you wanted to see a lot of him. But yeah, it's just pouring outside, so. Which game has the best music, you guys? What do you guys say? Personally, I'm still on the Great Ace Attorney train, but low-key, Dual Destinies. I think Dual Destinies just has some spectacular music. Is my audio working? Yo, yo, yo. Alright, we're shutting off this music. Wee, boom. I hope my audio is working. Investigations 1. That is a good pick. Yeah, audio's good. I'm not sure what's going on with you, Cody. So, all right, let's destroy this tiger. Damn. What do you mean is 121? Bro, I've been streaming for like 40 minutes. How was Armstrong just that much of a nuisance? What's your favorite Ace Attorney trick? Like the trick theme? Are you talking about like the trick themes? So like the trick and logic, the logic and trick themes? I'm not sure. I can't remember the logic and trick themes off the top of my head. So that's a big thing. I wish I could agree. Huh? When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. Godot, you're going to need to chug a lot of coffees because Armstrong just lied like 15 different times. Oh, the murder mystery tricks. Ugh. What's the music request? Ah, shit. I don't get the feeling that I don't have the case making it. Yeah, Great Ace Attorney is my favorite, but Dual Destinies is a very strong one. As for mystery tricks, I'm not sure if you're talking about the gimmicks or like some like cool like subversion of expectations type misdirections things. Because if we're talking about like writing stuff, I do actually really like this mirror thing. The mirror thing they did in this case, I do really like. Presenting a possibility and then we have to contradict said possibility to explain it. I do like that mirror thing. It's just I know this case. I've played this game before. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe. What are you jumpy about, Detective? Your hair is standing on its end. Hey, that's a pot calling the kettle black, Miss Little Top Knot. It's not a top knot! Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, alright? I stand still when I don't have a job to do. I get wet out. Ah! He really is just paying to work, huh? I like the psych logs at the end of Farewell My Turnabout. Those were awesome. With Matt on guard and Adrian's psych logs at the end. Amazing sequence, amazing writing there. The Dirk Twisted Spirit of Justice is, I think, the most shocking one. That is probably the most shocking one. The Dirk Twist. In terms of just straight... the Courtney Sith one, though. The Sith one is such a brutal, like, investigation. From the Great Ace Attorney 2. That one is such a brutal one because it's just so... It is a... If we're talking about, like, misdirection tricks, that is such a good, like, trick. Because it's such a small detail, but what he knows is like, holy shit. There's a lot of great ones. You gotta have me do something. Anything, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I'm going to be taking a jog back to the precinct. I could get some prints, or I could get some coffee. Or what do you want? I can do anything for you, pal. An hour and a half will reconvene by then. But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right? True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're kind of really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour. You betcha. In that case, could you well, of course. My badge. What are you doing, Nick? What, Maya? Why are you smart? Maya, stop being smart. It's the badge. Who could have possibly touched my badge? The victim's ear medication we found at the kitchen? Look at you, said covered with unidentified finger. Shut up, Maya. I get it. Damn. Why you turn Susan all of a sudden? Oh, actually, this one says there are fingerprints that haven't been identified yet. Like, come on. It's the badge. You're right. Actually, that's been annoying me too. So you'll look into it for us? Awesome. What about the badge? Oh, that. Sure, I'll see what I can do. I get spare time. Spare time. I feel so unimportant right now. But it's the badge. Come on. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. It's pretty much the final showdown, I guess. It's the final show. I'm gonna get striked. Separate the phonies. Yeah. Phony Nick. Damn, it's only 2 o'clock. Damn. Also, why did we reconvene at 2 on the dot? Why did we reconvene at 1:56? Come on. I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problemo. You're up to like 14 now. Tamed him? This guy may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites. Rawr. Rawr. What's the Tingle and Whisper comic? I've never heard of that. Please show Mr. Tigre to descend. Rawr. What is this? Ah! Ah! Don't lie under the table, unless there is some room for me down there too. What you about? What you say to me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing, honest. Who ever gets the fear when there's a bad Brooklyn accent to the judge? I know nothing. I know nothing. Sonic the Hedgehog comic. Ooh, that's fun. I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell calling me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? Whoa. Oh, hey. Holy crap. Thank you, man. Kyojara Moonlove? Thank you so much. I don't know. That was judge. Oh, God. The judge is dead. That €5 killed the judge. Whoops. I think I could buy, like, a house in, like, the Great Ace Attorney, apparently, with that money. I love inflation. But thank you so much, man. That's awesome. And I apologize in advance for the shitty, the shitty French I've been doing. Your Honor? Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Ooh, the pen is... It's somewhere down here. Like, oh, wow. Wow, this is such a very lost pen, you know. Like, it's worth a lot of money. I have no idea where it went. Oh, God. Don't mind me. Just carry on with the proceedings as usual. That's it. We're doomed. We're fucked. Give me the guilty already. Maybe you just didn't hear me, I told you. Where the hell did you call me here? Shut. There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What you say to me? There's no point of struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. Anyway. And I'm the one that hauled you in. Stream lagging again? It says it's doing fine. Grr, I'm Tigre. My name is Tigre, I'm Grr. Yeah, this is easy, the best one. Too cool. Don't get the better of you, Nick. Let's start with the basics. You know about an incident question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about that stinking incident, mask boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial, Maggie Bird? Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course, well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please tell us what you did on that day of the murder. Phoenix Wright. Huh? You's the one that set this up, didn't ya? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur, you hear what I'm saying? Look, I appreciate the donos. You don't have to if you don't want to or can't. All right. That's something I preface. If you can donate, I very much appreciate it. If you can't, don't. All right. This does not go just for me, but for anyone. I like doing these streams because I get to interact with people. Donos are awesome, but like if you can't, please don't. All right. That's my whole thing. I'm doing well enough. So yeah. You don't need to buy a VPN to donate to me. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's fine. Maybe we should have brought a diaper with me today. I would love to see that, Phoenix. Get a grip, Nick. Get a grip, Nick. Yeah, Nick. You got this. Get a grip. You don't have to donate, my guy. It's fine. It's fine. The tiger's alibi. I don't know nothing about no murder. That's my testimony. I was tied up in business December last year. Spent all my time in my office. I got whales lined up borrowing cash from tenant lender every single day. You want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. Why you want to kill Lisa Basil's locks? Oh, wow, I finally found my pen. It was in my pocket the entire time. Very well, Mr. Riker. Hey, whoa, oh, I dropped it again. Oh, I know the kind of games that guy in blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He punches away at stupid details so he wins. Lowlife? Me? No. Lawyers are like so just always. There's never a bad lawyer. What do you mean? Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that don't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you 50 grand, and you's gonna borrow cash from me instead. That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. And don't even think about you're gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. Ha! I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute, that's really not. This witness is, how can I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too. Very well, I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. You better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch the bus. Go for the pound. Yes, Your Honor. Come out of our mind there already, would you, Maya? I don't know nothing about no murder. You sure? I don't buy that you haven't ever heard of the incident that occurred at Tribune. Hey, you just got a big mouth, right? You was trying to say I was in some mobbing? Is that what you're trying to say? Where's the proof then? Evidence? Yes, well, for an attorney to make an accusation, you must have evidence. That's from a loan sharp beginning guide. I see, you're very studious, Mr. Tiger. Ah, why don't you ask him to represent you sometimes, right? I'll leave it there. I better just focus on gathering information at the moment. Now to Miss Trey. Someone's gonna pay the $3 for the bus. Cool. I don't know about her. tied up. I believe I pressed this. Are you sure about that? We were talking about 1 month ago, you know. You see these, Dave? How sharp the secretary is. Sharp? Let's talk about Viola Cadaverati. She writes everything in my schedule, December me. There he goes again. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder, so now what? I do have evidence. Mr. Tiger, what you want? Might go a bit more in detail. This is a dead end, Tride, and you know it. Remember the rules. No, it's essential to establish the witness's alibi accurately. I agree. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Maybe yous ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had a meeting all day with a bunch of cats who wanted to do business on me. I never seen that young kid before. I do believe that last witness's statement was very important. Oh, Mr. Godot, if you could please. Mr. Tiger, court asks you to add your last statement to your testimony. Don't let the animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. Today you was talking about I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before. Are you sure about that? Because according to his Uma Musume calendar, it says meet with the Tiger. Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glen Elg, but it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? I have a stalker? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the Tiger, and the date, December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. So, Mr. Tigre, I submit you did indeed know one Mr. Glen Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. You're bad. You's acting up bad. Sorry? I was just messing with yous to see how good you were. I just love perjury, you know. I love committing perjury. It's my favorite. You know everyone in this game, they love committing perjury. Did you hear that, Mick? He said you're not that bad. I'm also not hiding underneath the bench anymore. That's one comment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that your under oath lies will not be tolerated. Yeah, that's like you're already committed perjury. So. You call me a liar? Is that what you're doing? So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You believe me with the truth? Ha. Then I'd say that gives me time to join another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre. Oh yes, yeah, what do you mean to do to the court, witness? What do you mean to do to the court? I perfectly fine and committed all my perjury. In fact, you are free to go. You never got to meet the victim. That's got to be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy. The victim, Glen Elg. I ain't no liar. I never met Glen Elg. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow some cash from me. I was out meeting with the guy at my office in the lender. I went around for him, but he never showed up. I've never been to that Tres Bien joint using her. You arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show. It's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Got him, Miss Godot. You really look like a sinker there. Did I tell you I got a big deal going on today? I'm gonna make my bus out. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right? Grrr. This is my impression of you, Furio. Grrr. That's me. Look, I'm Furio Tigre. I go grrr. That's me. I'm gonna get a suntan. I'm gonna go in a suntan and burn my skin off. Because you look stupid, Tigre. Alright, the victim Glen Elg. Anyway. I want to press these. I'll press them. I know the solution, but I just want to press these. And yet their name was written on the victim's calendar. Get the horse calendar out of my face. I'm the tiger, not the lame horse, you porcupine. Tigers, I mean, you eat horses like you for breakfast. No. Witnesses aren't permitted to eat evidence. Not that evidence ever would. Well, there was a case once where a young lad ate a... Hey! We said nothing. You said nothing. If you have never heard of Matthew case, how do you explain the note he left? There was some lame guy with a name who wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting at my office, Tanderlander. I went around. So your meeting wasn't supposed to be at Trebandon. Why would I want to go to a dump like that? If I wanted to talk to guys, I go to the office decked out for the job. I got the best punching bag you've ever saw in there. Not exactly a professional office you got there, you know. So you were in your office on the day of question. I wait around for everybody to show. I have never been to that Trebandon joint you here. Oh, what about these matches? Yeah, who would eat evidence? Why would anyone eat evidence? Matches? What are you talking about? Who uses matches anymore? You know everyone vapes nowadays. No one's using matches for cigarettes or anything. We got lighters for that. Lighters, vapes. All the cool kids use the passion fruit mango one. I don't think they exist in 2019. Anyway, we found these at your office at Tenderlander. They're from that restaurant. Please, Godot, I need this. My argument's kind of evidence-less. I only had one left. Godot, I'm watching the court right now. Why are you trying not to laugh, bro? If you've really never been to Trebandon before, what was the book of the You've been scooping around my stuff now, wise guy. Were you my bill and chain? Are you no ball controlling me? Well, weakness. I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Grah! Sorry, I'm terribly sorry. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back to what I was saying. But okay, I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright? Godot, you better be chugging that coffee. You're gonna reach 19 cups because this guy is. You just bring out all the Godot, you just want an excuse to drink coffee, huh? You're just bringing out all these witnesses that are just lying to you. Lie. I haven't been there, but I never met that kid. Well then. It's like an order came in for another testimony, and I got Amazon Prime delivery on that. I'm this close to proving it was him. He did beat Glen Elk that day, and he did put the poison in that coffee. He must have. Wasn't there something where it's like the tiger is like the opposite of like the phoenix or something? Or like Phoenix's name reverse means tiger in Japanese, so that's why he's a tiger. I'm trying to I feel like there's something. I remember something with that. If anything, Furio Tigre, awesome character. I love him. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon.
I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out on a table, stiff as concrete. I figured the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and I was straight back to my office.
I see. You didn't actually meet him in the end. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it, if you want to wait any longer, I'm gonna take the express. No more stupid questions.
Huh. No problem. Anytime Tri presses you on something irrelevant, I see he pays a penalty. Mr. Godot, that's my job.
Shut up, Judge. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict.
So do it. Yes, sir.
The Special Express ain't cheap, right? You know who's gonna pay.
Oh man, doesn't the rules of law have anything in here? So anything related to Trebian, cool. I was supposed to meet the wit at the kid restaurant. An ugly scene? What do you mean? The witness has already told us, Tri, which makes your question irrelevant. But is that really a penalty? Come on. You better limit the number of times you take penalty, Tri. God fucking, that's a penalty? Are you kidding me? I should have impressed him on that. So press this. You mean you saw Glenn Idle's dead body? I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggedy old cloth he caught as a hat. And what time was this? I don't know. Huh?
You know what it was a good concrete watches round watches.
And I'm gonna pollute my paws with some thick chicken henpeckers. Of interest, Mr. Tigre, what winds you up the most?
Square watches.
Is this guy for real? Look, Ani, it was a bad place of going on a place. Do I just present this because like there is that thing? I know the contradiction. It's that. Yeah. There we go. You are something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? Yeah.
No one escapes the Tigre's clutches.
Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. You are so corny, Phoenix. Your Honor, can we get that guilty verdict for what you just said? This guy fucking sucks. Ugh. And no one escapes to Phoenix's Your Honor, can we kill this man? Your Honor, kill this man with hammers. I think it's time we got something straight. What is it, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning. These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision would have been covered area like this. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat.
Is that what you want? I just said I saw the back of the kid's head.
Nah, unfortunately for you, that's not possible. If the court would think back, you remember between each of the tables is a tall partition. Was that in the dead body? Yeah, it's there. Why, that's true. Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. For the entrance, the field of vision for any customer walking in ends here. You wouldn't see some fuck-ass beanie. Dragons and tigers are rival creatures in East Asian mythology, if I remember right. Cool. Phoenix are anything but yeah. Well, he is like bisexual, so yeah. So from the entrance of Trebian, you could have seen the victim's seat, but you did see the victim that day because you met with him. Wrong. You forgot about the old man's testimony yesterday. And the victim was alone in his seat. Objection! You stupid mass coffee addict. The defense just proved the point to be mute.
The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glen Elk, but a fake. What? In order to make Kudos falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim. I need a history function already. That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly is this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glen Elk, and then he impersonated his victim in the performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright revealed the identity of the criminal to the court. I wonder, it was... I don't have evidence. I don't have spare. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it. What? Well, witness... yeah, now that's cute. That's cute. You think you can pin this on the Tigre? Maybe you don't understand. The Tigre is the king of the jungle. Oh, dare you say, come, you got the guts? You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's an offense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Shit. Well, that's stream, guys. I'm fucking dead. Sounds like it must be me. Oh, man, you've got the guts. I give you that. Mr. Wright, don't leave me hating on this. Huh. Perhaps I could end this embarrassment. Mr. No, please. Yeah, like 15 bajillion coffee. Maybe we go back to Miss Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see the victim. Oh, no. The serving girl brought them a cappuccino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. Was the victim he saw really the victim? No, that doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put the poison in the coffee. By yes, objection. Very impressive, Mr. Wait for my absence to launch your attack. Huh. Found your pen at last, right? It was in my pocket. Oh, great. Anyway. Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glen Elk, and a waitress from behind. Yes, your point, Mr. Wright? I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glen Elk was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show. What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well? There's so many imposters among us. I thought there was a game about this. The defendant, Mrs. Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her. Who on earth was it? It was fucking Maya. Look how guilty she looks. She's been in like 3 murder trials already. Who is this woman? Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender. You're making a big mistake. Don't you know that Viola's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight if you know what I mean. Stop shaking, Nick. Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Mrs. Bird, had stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim, it was true that there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy. She had some kind of cackling laugh. Who's sweating like bullets now, huh? There's just too many contradictions in this case. There is the second man at the victim's table who nobody but Mrs. Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left eardrum when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show that had listed at half an hour was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up any of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice, one for real and one for show. And Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person that could have committed the crime, is you. Not so funny now, wise guy. Witness, have you got something to say? That's cute. Sorry? You's alright. I could do a guy with you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on the game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get to my meeting now. I'm gonna pull a Taylor Swift, 1987 or 1985 or whatever it's called. I'm gonna have to pull a life of a tender lenderer. That's me now. I'm gonna jet everywhere. Go to the grocery store, Taylor Swift that shit. That's what I'm doing. You're gonna give me a lot of bad blood, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? You got it all wrapped up nice, alright? But you missed one important thing. But that can't be. What? I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I could have poison abuse here. What? Do you really expect us to believe that, Mr. Tigre? What a troublemaker. Troublemaker. Looks like we're going to need another for the road. This is your you've had drunk like 50 bajillion cups already. One more steaming cup of hot testimony. Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened today au très bien between yourself and the victim? Ties to the victim. Cool. Yeah, I don't know, cash. About $100,000. That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won! $500,000. He got lucky, real lucky. If the waitress had done what she did, everything would have been over. Bah! Now, I see the principal amount you loaned to Mr. L was $50,000. Yeah, well, you got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of incident question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got $500,000 just in time. So I ain't got no reason to kill the kid. And if that ain't got you no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive, he has to have one, but what is it? Yeah, loan no cash, yada yada. So anyway, he tells me I got no way to pay off. I was about screaming. Yes, I won. Got real lucky, real lucky. Was there anyone else at the restaurant at the time? I don't remember. I don't know. If there was no one, I would wear that ridiculous tiger shirt for a month. Well, no spoilers or anything. No spoilers or anything. Hold up. Hold on. So, about that, Phoenix. About that, Mr. Wright. Are you sure about that? Are you certain? Are you very much certain about that? That looks like a certain shirt. Huh? That looks like a certain shirt there, huh? Interesting. Let me close that out so I make sure it does take up all my memory on my AI system. Mr. Armstrong, Maggie, and if I'm right, Viola Cadaverini were all there at the same time. So the victim had intended to repay you for his lottery winnings from the beginning. Seems that way to me. But you wouldn't normally expect to win the lottery, would you? And I believe that your next row will end the worst losing streak. That's what defines the truth. 99% of gamblers quit before their big win, guys. You gotta remember that. What's Feeny doing? That's just what. Don't be tempted, Mickey. I have enough willpower to. All I know is the kid took a shot and he got lucky in the end. Well, let me press this first. The waitress, you mean? That girl in the glasses is the furniture. Who else could it be? If you ain't got in the way, take the way. Bada bing, bada boom, on over and done with. Maybe we should push a little harder on this. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are you all there or what I'm talking about? The cash, the dinero. I was there to get my $100 back, and that's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way. As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recuperate his loan, the tiger had no motive for killing the victim. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect on what you just said. Tiger's motive, huh? I was after the 100 and I had no other reason to kill the guy. Oh, really? Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Objection! Fuck you, fuck you. So you intended to pay back the $100,000, Mr. Elk, but I loaned that guy the cash, so that was my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Elk, $100,000 wasn't enough to cover it, was it? Huh? About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involved a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. 99% of gamblers quit. Remember, 99% of gamblers quit before they get poisoned by a fucker named Furio Tigre. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. Where did you get all that info? It's not like I tried to kill you for it. These medical paper documents the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation costs $1 million. Payment for these expenses was due on December of last year, and was paid in full. $1 million? A preposterous sum. Something you should sue these HMOs. Huh. Oh, would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of that, the hospital would have ended up dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Rah! Order! You say his life depended on it, Mr. Right? Indeed it did, simply because that injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini. What? Did you say Cadaverini? I love that topic. Bruno Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of the underworld activities of the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. What? Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire that $1 million Cadaverino demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elk's life to pay your debt. Order! What do you mean, my damn witness? Objection. It's a nice little fairy tale trite, but even if the witness did need $1 million, that doesn't make him Mr. Elk's murderer. Mr. Elk only owed him $100,000. There was no hope of repaying that anyway. Yeah, that guy wasn't worth my spit. I don't think so. In fact, the opposite is true. The opposite? Lending money with no hopes of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But, in this case, the very fact that Glen Elk had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Do you know where he's going with this, Nick? I have no idea. I am bullshitting my ass. You've got to think outside the box, Maya. Outside the box? What's a box? It's very straightforward. Mr. Tigre wasn't after $100,000 at all. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. What do you care to share to the court with us? What exactly was Mr. Tigre after? The twin tea set. He was after the twin tea set, Your Honor. Glen Elk was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was collateral Mr. L put on in order to borrow the money. Care to explain the skill to be used as collateral to secure a loan, right? He had the skill to create a computer virus, and so he did. A virus known as MC Bomber. A computer virus? What do those do? A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the inside of people's computers. A computer? What's a computer? What's a computer? He was after my badge, Your Honor. I guess the beard is the only part of his honor that's from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is an important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several millions on the black market. Mr. Tigre, you could have cared less about $100,000, is that right? All you cared about was one thing, the virus. Grah! On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on the CD. Glen Elk had no way of repaying the $100,000 that Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. A miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I. The lottery won. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elk won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre no way of getting his hands on an all-important CD, at least not legitimately. So he resorted to illegitimate means. That's crazy. He murdered Glen Elk and then made his next move, to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glen Elk, while Viola Cadaverina played a role as Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. Mr. C. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo. I'm at Kudo, I reach these seeds, and I hate myself, and I'm a... Objection! Objection! Like I said, Trey, that's crazy. No one else could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the shelf would have been kept in the dark. Well... But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owned the witness money too, $500 million in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. What I was gonna you put on a good show, Spiky. Aw. If you want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like the kid to witness and frame someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'll leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough for something sloppy like that. I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out. What? Another one, Mr. Wright? This is intense. Interesting. Why don't you fill us in, right? What was the trick that Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused? I wonder. I wonder. It's my badge! What in some way think of cruel by this child? Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre. You didn't just pose as the victim on the day of question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me. What? The truth. But this looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Well, although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? I'm gonna gavel you to death, you son of a gun. You're gonna be on the witness stand, and I'm just gonna grab my gavel and just go. You're gonna be fucking dead. How dare you insult this courtroom? The thieves will put on the most disparate and shabby defense I've ever seen. I'm gonna get you. You put a sham to my courtroom. Can you prove it, Gramps? Prove that attorney who represented. Yes, I fucking did. As the judge, I can. Well, hey, forget about it. Yeah, forget about it. For your team, I'm in a pizzeria. Forget about it. You know. I wouldn't do nothing like that. I mean, what do you mean? I just like making some pizzas and some Tigre. I like giving out money, you know. I ride my little scooty. You made a mistake, right? That was something else, right? Objection! What the fuck are you doing? You have no pride, sir. Oh, I get it. Oh, wait, no. Tigers don't ride in prides. That's lions. No, no. It's like...
Objection!
This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court, we deal with people's lives. Yeah, you're dealing with my life now. You're dealing with my client's life, too. This guy's a fucking sham, and you know it. Mr. Godot's right. Oh, Your Honor, you see now? Fuck. Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me. However, I preside over the court as the judge, which is vested power to hand over a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by memory without evidence to support it. I'm actually, we need evidence. Oh, it's not, Judge, get on the stand. Judge, get your ass on the stand. You have witness testimony. Get your ass on the stand. Oh, hi, my name is Judge Judgeson, and I believe that the witness here, Mr. Furio Tigre, impersonated a lawyer. Yeah, that's me, the judge. I've always wanted to be behind the stand. Get your cousin in here who's like sick and a pervert. I don't know. But we've come so far. You say you impersonate Glenn, you say you impersonate you, but none of them answer to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned a victim's coffee. Narg! Huh. Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get mauled, you got that? All we managed to do is chase him around for a bit, but I was so close to getting him to admit his guilt. Just give him a couple cat toys and a cat tree and all that stuff. Go to your litter box, Tiger. Holy crap. Looks like I won't be needing a refill. My 28th cup of coffee. If I just had one more piece of evidence, maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. The cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigre. Objection! It's me, Your Honor, sir. Wait! Gumshoe, the fucking goat. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry it took so long, pal. I stacked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on it too. What is it, Detective? Is it obvious, pal? The final decisive piece of evidence. What? I am peeking this mic badly, huh? January 8th, 2:48 p.m. District Court, defendant law. Sorry it took so long, pal. We're 3 hours ahead of schedule. The results about the prints, pal. Look at the medicine bottle. Oh, so look at the prints belong to now. Do I look like a hack detective? Of course I know. You are a hack detective. So, tell us. They're the Tigers, right? You betcha. Clear as crystal all over the bottle. They're Furio Tigre's paw prints, alright. That's great. We got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You hardly said a word. Since Detective Gumshoe got here. He laid everything on the line for us. I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard for me to say, but it really doesn't make any difference on who prints it is. Gumshoe, you're kind of useless. Sorry. Oh, what?
Why not? What we need to produce at this stage of the trial is irrefutable evidence that the Tigre put poison in Glen Elk's coffee. He already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on the bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now. What? Fuck. I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I never get any use. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. This was our last chance to get out Baggy, and I've been working on some useless piece of evidence this whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news for me, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Maggie? You've been working on something for me? Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. Man, I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove these stuff like this. I'm really sorry. Get out of here now. He's gone. Gumshoe's just a sweetheart, man. Gumshoe's awesome. We know he's alive in Spirit Justice stuff. When the fuck is he coming back? His 3D model is gonna go crazy once he comes out. Let's be honest. Is there anything we can do now, Nick? I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was a way, some way I could use it. What is a way to use it? 3 o'clock. Damn, this is a slow trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I grant you recess so you can prepare that decisive evidence you discovered. Yeah, decisive. Yeah. Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can we? Think, Phoenix, think! Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more of the time are you gonna waste? I ain't been in no court before, but you lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportions. Like kaplowy, kabooming bam pow. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, I will speak for it myself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright. Well, I know I can't prove anything with this new evidence. I'm really backed into the corner here. But maybe if I think he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit. Don't keep us waiting a longer, Mr. Wright. Present that final decisive piece of evidence. Your Honor? My badge! Quite frankly, Miss Wright, I'm disappointed. I was wondering what evidence you could possibly produce to sway me. I see that idiot's points. It's decisive, real decisive. It's decisive in saying that I ain't guilty. Fuck. Yeah. I know what I need to do. The small bottle! This is the defense's final piece of evidence. Is that the Your Honor? Naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre. What? Is the gallery supposed to be talking right now? Why is the gallery talking? Hello? Why is the gallery talking? Stop it! You're probably so much stress on me! Everything in here knows what this bottle contains. Except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. My prints on that pansy little bottle? Is that what you're saying? Well, what the hell is in it anyways? A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like a perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Ooh. Mr. Tigre, decide the piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Because why? Because it includes potassium cyanide. This bottle contains potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide? The poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? You make a good clown, you know that. Huh? What do you mean? You never ain't gonna get that stick. You's just making me laugh now. You think that's Chief Little Bluff that is gonna pull the tiger? A bluff? No. I can see straight through you, Mr. Right. They didn't think the bottle is cyanide in it. No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in. Of course, this is the bottle. Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown. It was made of glass. It also had potassium cyanide in it. And I was like holding on to it. It was awesome. That cheap little piece of trash. That ain't nothing like the potassium cyanide. Nah, the potassium cyanide. It was a deadly powdery poison that I like planted in someone's thing. What do you mean that bottle is that? You got nothing, Mr. Right. Got him. At last. What? Why does everyone sound so quiet? I said that bottle. Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's the bottle of potassium cyanide. You know, I was like holding on to it, you know. Like, it was a great, like, I love that bottle, you know. It's a shame it disappeared somewhere, you know. I don't know, I misplaced it. Thank you for bringing it back to me. You may go to find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy little suit lure you people. That lawyer was just playing some games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor, tell him where to go. You know. You still haven't figured it out. Holy shit. Don't you realize what you just said? What's I say? What did I say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you should have known all the little details. For instance, you should have known what this bottle of potassium cyanide was in. Well... But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in the courtroom. You described the exact bottle used the killer used to hold the poison. Well, you see. You don't know who you're messing with. I'm the Tiger, baby. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think you're gonna get me jumped to think better of me? Sure. The last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of it all. I'm gonna just let the text do this. Wow, he's blowing up. Up, and we're dead. What happened? It looks like a blackout. Ow. Well done, Trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Ow! Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey. Mr. Wright, you caught the tiger by his toe, but if it don't holler, you won't let it go. Also, you're disbarred for presenting false evidence. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot? He's been arrested on suspicion of murder of Mr. Glenelg, Your Honor. Fortunately for us, We managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was. In absence of genuine evidence. But the Tigre made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for one slip of the tongue. And also impersonating probably the best attorney in the district. Let's be honest. Oh, let me just impersonate the best attorney in the district. Oh, you know, that's not going to bite me in the ass whatsoever. Huh. The truly frightening one is the defense attorney over there. Godot. Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. The court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, guilty as fuck. Get her back in jail. Yeah. We did it, y'all. Court is adjourned. We did it. 4:10 p.m. To put in perspective, it is 12:20 over here. So we are ahead of schedule by 4 hours. Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in trouble a month ago, but now I feel like I can forgive him. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. What the fuck are you talking about? Look, Nick, in the doorway. Oh, hi, Gumshoe. Oh, I guess I'll be headed. I'll see you around, kid. Wait, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe? Oh yeah. Congratulations, Maggie. Thanks. I knew you were innocent all along. Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Huh? Oh, well, I was... Well, guess I'll see you heading off. I'll see you around. Wait up, detective! He just ran off. I mean, Maggie, he's literally doing a job. He's literally doing his job. He lost his job like 3 times already. Come on, Maggie. Why are you being so hard on him? He busted your butt for you. And thanks to him, we got the medication out. That wasn't even any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy. Look like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Can you put in a good word for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie? You know, Detective Gumshoe's really been worried about you through all of this. I want to believe that, sir. But on the first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts. He doubted me. That's why he thought I might have done it. I gotta prove it to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to say, my badge! The Twin T set! I almost clicked on autopsy report. There we go. Why was it specifically a month ago? Well, because the original trial occurred in December 4th. That's when So the original trial occurred on December 4th. That's when Tigre, first impersonated Phoenix. And so because of that, he was like, oh, that's when Maggie originally got guilty. But now a month has passed, and now Phoenix finds out about the case and retrials it because there was no real attorney. So that's why it was originally set a month ago. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe made with a ton of love. He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? I actually really like weenies. Oh my god. Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know. Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today. It was like 4 or 6 hours. Is it okay if I eat these now? Look how happy Maya is for her. Maya just has like a goofy ass smile that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it was Edgeworth originally, where he's like, yeah, but also it doesn't. One, farewell my turnabout. They needed extra room for Justice for All, so this case wasn't including Justice for All. Two, I just don't think it will make that much sense if Edgeworth comes out of the blue. His return in Farewell my turnabout makes a lot more sense. It's really good. Maybe we should like put that on like in like a restaurant, like maybe a French restaurant named Très Bien. So the case of the phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. Yummies. And who knows, maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. Now I want to make some rice and weenies. There we go! We've completed Recipe for Turnabout, the first official case to do, and that's the first achievement I have now caught up with. Well, I'm going to close that out real quick. And then, yeah. Why are you installing? But yeah, we did it. Recipe for Turnabout. What y'all think of the case? What y'all think of the case? What's everyone's opinions of Recipe for Turnabout before and through this case? I'm still under belief I really do like this case. It's a fun case. It's not necessarily the most deep case ever, but it is a fun case in my perspective. Actually, why do I need the music player? I can just... Yeah, let me turn that off. Guys, let me actually use the new features. What's next? So, tomorrow we got the Speckled Band. So, that's the second case of the Great Ace Attorney. Time that Walkie gets shot. So, yeah. Big Top, you feared Big Top? That's the last case we're going to be doing. Big Top's going to be the last case we're doing. Unless I convince myself to be like, oh yeah, Ghost Trick is totally a New Year's game, right? Ghost Trick's definitely New Year's. What do you think about a new update? The new update's okay. I think if it would have been fantastic if we just had a history feature. But the fact that we don't is very disappointing. Wait, hold on. I fucked it up. Special animation. I don't know. Like, it's literally just a PNG that shakes. Come on. That's one thing that's a little annoying. So yeah. It works well. But, like, I like all the additions because before, it literally was barren. Literally, there's nothing here. But, I do want a little bit more, especially since this is the most jam-packed one. Like, we have a music player. We do have a music player, but, like, half of these, just throw these in the chat real quick. And then y'all can support that and like spread it. But put in perspective, when I first saw this, I saw this at night. So like literally 12 hours ago, this was just at like 1,000 supporters, right? This was just at 1,000 supporters. Now it's going towards like 2K, and it's awesome. And again, this was made on January 5th, but if I go to the ideas, well, I made an account just for this. Like, for example, this Doofenshmirtz one that I was looking at. It was made in June for it to reach 10K. so it took a good amount of time. But if we push long enough, I can see this one reaching that goal as well. It's already one of the top ones if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's awesome. It's super impressive, and the person who worked on it, they put in a great work into it. Yep. But yeah, next one we're gonna be doing is the speckled band, which again is gonna be later in the day. I have an appointment on that day that I need to attend to, so, or I think I will. I'll figure that out. But yeah. So I feel like logically what we could do is just assemble a little tier list as we go along with these cases, right? What do y'all think of just making like a little fun tier list of it all? And just boom, boom, boom. I think my stream's like 30 seconds behind, so it's going to take me a bit to see a consensus, if there even is one. Because if there's not a consensus, I'm probably not going to do it. I'm just going to do it on my own. But yeah. Add a row. I'm going to do a top 5 one too. Alright, so recipe for me, it's not like the top of most, but I think it's a pretty good case. It's a pretty good case. And put in perspective, I'm probably not going to use this last tier, but just to have it, you know. I'm going to just do that. Oh, that doesn't look good. I have not read the Kenji Kuroda case. But yeah, I think it's a good case. Ace. I think people hate it just because it's the third case. I've made a whole video on that, you know. I think this is a very good case. I think it's just in comparison to a lot of future cases we're going to have. We have Goodbyes, we have Big Top, not Big Top. We have Goodbyes, we have Rise of the Ashes. We have a lot of heavy hitters coming down the line. There is a lot to do. There's a lot of great cases that, like, in comparison, Recipe for Turnabout is just a fun, gimmicky case. So it's like, I can't really say it's better than a lot of cases that are better cases, like Magical Turnabout or even a Stolen Turnabout, I'd say. So yeah, that's just me. Oh damn, the chat is broken. I just saw the chat just explode. Holy shit. So yeah, I think throughout the year we're going to just build on this case, and then obviously once we finally hit the Dual Destiny Spirit of Justice cases, because I think I'm just gonna focus on the Apollo Justice ones for now, because like we're the year of Paul Justice. I don't think I want to tackle the cases that aren't on those said years. So yeah. But yeah. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to just end stream here.